Spring is finally here, but I still didn't manage to get a video done, and here's why. Last week I had every intention on getting another video out. I wanted to photograph the praying mantis, but things just wasn't working out last week to get any type of video done. First of all, midway through the week I discovered that one of my fruit fly cultures had mites, and this is it's a really serious issue for me because I can't have mites running around in my my spider enclosures or my fruit flies. So I had to deal with that. Now, me being new to this vlogging, I didn't get the camera and record what I did to get rid of the mites, but long story short, I had to disinfect all the shelving and the macro studio area with warm water and bleach. I then used some Domestos on there just to make sure, and I've also purchased myself some anti-mite paper, and what I've got is I've put the anti-mite paper onto the shelf, and then I'll put my enclosure onto the anti-mite shelf. And then I'll put the fruit fly culture inside of the enclosure, which also has anti-mite paper, just to try and make sure those little critters don't get out if they do. And I'm very disappointed because the shop I got it from, I've had 3 cultures from there, and every single one has got mites in them. And what I want to do is I want to reach out to you guys that keep spiders and ask you, is that normal for you? You know, every time you go and get a fruit fly culture from a shop, because I'm not making myself, do they always have mites in, or is it a case of the shop just not caring whether there's mites or not in there? I mean, I don't know. Just leave it in the comments below whether or not. I've bought 3 batches so far, and all 3 of them have got mites in them. And it's not a case of me leaving it for 4 weeks or like a month for them to develop. The batch I had last week, I bought last week. I bought it on Tuesday. There was mites in it by Thursday, 2 days after I bought it. It looks like it's a new batch, so I'm assuming that they're not filtering out the mites from there. That was the first thing that stopped me last week. And then on the Thursday/Friday, I thought, you know, it's nice weather. Spring is finally here. So I thought, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to get the garden done. That wasn't going to happen. So right now I've got to pop out. I'm going to treat myself to some lunch. Then I've got to deal with an issue at my son's school with bullying. So we need to do that. But before that, I need to get changed. Whew, that's better. Downside of being on a diet is every couple of months you have to buy new clothes. And I've dropped 2 inches off my waistline in the last 3 months, which I think is pretty good. And it's not by exercise, it's simply by cutting out all of the junk food and the sugar and everything. Anyway, I digress. Back onto my story. So last week I decided I got a free day. The wife goes out to bingo, and I decided, I'm going to get the garden in a fit state so that I can vlog in the garden and we can do some macro stuff in the garden. Now, I've shaved my head and my hat's actually too big for my head now. But anyway, so I get out there. I decide, let's cut the grass. But the lawnmower doesn't work. That's a bummer. So then I decided, I'll sweep up then. We'll do some reading and sweep up. I then break the brush, the yard brush. I then also find out that my spade is broken. At that point, I kind of threw in the towel and thought, you know what, let's get back into the house. Let's get back into the house and let's photograph the praying mantis. Now that wasn't happening because my spiders were molting. The praying mantis started to molt and the spiderlings have also molted at the same time. So unfortunately, that wasn't going to happen. So I'll move on to plan C. Right, so plan C. So because I couldn't photograph the insects because of the molting, and you don't want to disturb insects when they're molting, plan C is to do absolutely nothing. So I took the weekend off and did absolutely nothing, which is why you're getting this video now instead of a photography video. But for the rest of today, I've got to go to my son's school now and sort out an issue he's having with some bullies. So last week wasn't a complete waste of time because I did get to go down to my friend's house, Richard, who is a videographer, He's got some awesome equipment for doing videos with, and every time I go down there I always get enthusiastic on working on video projects. So I'm hoping at some point he's going to hit me up and invite me over to do some video work with him, and we'll see what where that leads. But for now, that is what happened last week. I've sorted the school out hopefully, but I think it's going to be an ongoing issue. They've all molted now. The praying mantis is now ready to be photographed, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the next video will be the praying mantis photography, and we'll get on and get that done. But I thought I'd just put out an update as to why there wasn't another video last week. There's just the one video, but that's why, because everything was working against me and I just needed a little bit of a break. Anyway, again though, if you do know about the fruit fly situation, whether every culture has mites, and then do let me know in the comments below. But now, my name's Stuart Wood. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't done already. Click the bell icon to get notified when the new videos go live. I'll see you on the next one.